Hello. Very good.
Cannot able to hear you, Prof.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, kita ada speaker. Tapi dia akan ada echo lah. Ke tak payah pakai ni? Okay, you can hear me?
Much better, Prof.
Kalau kita tutup speaker, tutup all speaker. Hello? Dia keluar lagi ke? Boleh off? Tu ni berat keluar.
Voice is not clear, Professor. It's echoing. Echo sound.
Ya, echo. So kalau pakai siapa ni echo. Dah tutup ah. Can you hear me? Now you have echo?
Yes.
No,
Really, Prof?
Yes.
So now
it's
it's
okay.
fine. Now it's fine.
It's okay, Prof.
Ini tak keluar pula. Okay, pakai saya punya speaker ni. So we off the mic because we have problem with the online. Okay, I hope that online should be okay. So you can hear my voice without the mic. Okay, every section you can publish a paper. So framework paper, data collection, a pilot method, and empirical paper. So don't say that, oh, it's very difficult, because this is stages. Once you write your chapter 3, you write very thorough chapter 3. Then from the chapter 3 you can publish a paper. Okay. This is a roadmap to suggested timeline. Semester 1, from your idea, research idea, you can come up with the perspective paper. Then semester 2, you can have bibliometric, or semester 3, you have SLR. Then you have a conceptual paper. But I don't say that you need to publish every section. But before your PD, at least you have 3 opportunity to publish. You see, either that you can publish your SLR, or you can publish bibliometric, anyone, not necessarily 3, but maybe one of these 3 you can publish. Okay. I give you the example. This is my student. Okay, this is my real sample, real case study. My student registered with me. This is a first paper published with the conceptual paper before the Viva. Scopus. IRMM before is Scopus in 2018, but then discontinued. I think start from this year, it's already indexed again. But during the time, this student published in 2018, this discontinued maybe 2020, late 20. Still, they're still in that process that time. This is the first one, a conceptual paper. He published the first paper. Okay, so then for the second paper, this is the second paper, a method paper. When they write a chapter 3, they come out with the paper, another paper for the chapter 3, a method paper. So he published in Journal of Asia Pacific Communication. It's a free journal, Q2 and free, no need to pay. So this student, they have 2 Scopus article before the PD. Not before PD, before the Viva lah, before the Viva. Okay, it's a method paper, a qualitative study. Because they have a mixed method, they have a data qualitative in the chapter 3, then they publish one. Then after the Viva, he published 2 more articles. This one is a good article because they publish in Emerald Publishing, a free journal. Because when you have an output, your output is more empirical, then you can publish in a good journal because your data is a very good data. So he published in Journal of Communication Q1 by Emerald, the data output from the PhD. So that means before PhD, at least you can publish 2. And after PhD, you can publish another 2. So the entire process of PhD, you can produce at least 4 Scopus article. And this one is another article, empirical paper. This one, we use empirical data. We publish in Routledge, Strategic Communication, IJSC, Q1 also, under Routledge. So you can see that if you follow the good process of doing PhD, so at least you can have 2 papers before Viva, either that bibliometric or SLR or conceptual framework. Okay, you have option. So after your Viva, don't stop there. You can use your empirical data to publish in the more good journal. So this is a transition. Of course, you cannot publish in the Q1 for your your that's a very impossible. But you can publish a good bibliometric paper. You can publish also in Q1. It depends on you. So this is a case study of my student. 2 paper before Viva, Scopus, and 2 paper in the good paper Q1 after the Viva. You can follow the same thing. Can? It's not because of me, because of the student. Because of student. Because he already go through the good research, they have a good literature review. I just guide him to go where should he go. So if you can publish everything, then okay, this is another strategic prioritization of beginner. So based on the easy to the hard, difficult, The bibliometric analysis is the most easier way to publish a paper, not publish, to prepare a paper. Bibliometric analysis. Okay. They have many workshop on bibliometric. Then you can go and publish your bibliometric. The second one is SLR. SLR also in your chapter 2, your literature review. Once you have a very solid chapter 2, then you can come out with the paper on SLR. Conceptual paper also chapter 2. When you develop your framework and your framework is supported by very good literature, then this is a proposed framework that you want to proceed for the next agenda. So that also can be published. And empirical paper and meta-analysis paper, meta-analysis is very difficult to publish, to prepare. And empirical paper is after your Viva, after your data collection. So most of students, they will publish the empirical paper, which is that when you receive all the data. So it's you have a very limited time to, because when you complete everything, analysis data, you just have another chapter 5 to complete. Then after that, you prepare paper. Your entire research is already complete, but you pending because of your paper. So when you want to publish, it takes you 1 year to publish if you want to publish in a good journal. That's why most of the students, they get trapped on the predatory journal. Sebab it's a very limited time for them to publish. So anything, they ask to their friends, oh, you can submit to this journal. The journal can accept in 2 days. You submit. You get trapped because of that situation. Because you want to finish as soon as possible. But if you prepare in the early beginning, then you can have this. Okay, this one is the article that I write with my student, with my colleague, that the sample. But they have many samples of the article. This one, mapping the landscape of mindfulness research in educational workplaces, bibliometric and conceptual analysis. We know that if we submit a paper on bibliometric itself, there are too many papers on bibliometric. But this article, we combine between bibliometric and conceptual paper. They have 2 things here to make different from the bibliometric paper. So we look into the literature from the bibliometric perspective, and after that, we come up with the framework from the data from bibliometric. So this is combination between bibliometric and conceptual paper to get more rigor in terms of the quality of paper. So you can read that. We will share with you all this, then you can check from the internet. This one is a paper bibliometric. This one is a SLR. This is not my paper, but I review this paper. So I review this paper, and I see that a very nice paper to follow the process of SLR. This paper, the conceptualization of the dimensionality of corporate communication management, a systematic literature review. So you can go and check, then you can go, but totally you have a different topic. You look into your topic, then you follow the same style of writing because they have standard of writing. SLR, they always ask you to use a Prisma something, you follow the process. So you can see that SLR can publish in Q1 article. And the third one is a conceptual paper. This one, my paper. This one of my paper, conceptual paper. This one, we propose the framework for the future agenda. That means after I write chapter 1, 2, and 3, so I have framework. Then before I collect the data, I propose this is a framework that for the future agenda of the study. You can refer to this article if you want to see the pattern, the technique of to write the conceptual paper. And this one is the framework method paper. This one. Managerial roles in internal crisis communication across high-risk industry towards a comparative framework and measurement tools. This one, we develop the measurement for the questionnaire. This one. It should be in chapter 3. Once we have developed all the measurement, then the measurement will be used for the data collection. But before we submit for data collection, we come up with the paper. How to develop the measurement for the internal crisis communication in high-risk industry. But positioning of the paper is very important. The positioning. We publish in corporate communication and international journal. This one, all these three before your data collection. And this one is the empirical paper lah. It's empirical paper. Empirical paper, you want to publish your structure modeling, your PLS output. This is a paper lah. This paper I publish my full framework from the empirical data. But this one also we split into two data. One, I just test the moderating. But another paper is a full paper, full model. So this is the side paper from the main paper. But the side paper published first compared to the first full empirical paper. So you can see that this is a process. So now you got the ideas how to publish your article. So the strategy to publish, start publishing before collecting data. So you have 3 or 4 techniques to publish a paper before data collection. Use chapter 1 to 3 as a foundation for publication. Chapter 2 basically is about SLR, bibliometric, and conceptual. Chapter 3, you can develop a measurement to verify the measurement in all chapter 3 data. So these 4 techniques of writing can be published before your data collection. So that's why I told you that before that, you can publish in every stages of your process. It's not impossible. My student proved that. He can do that. Avoid waiting until thesis completion. When you complete everything data collection, then you need to wait for another 1 year. Everything is done, but 1 year just to waiting for your publication. You waste your time. You still need to pay to the OYA for the fees. OYA, of course, we are happy because we get money. Free money. You waiting, but you pay. You know, so that always happen. One thesis, one publication is the old school of thought. So one thesis, multiple publication, at least 4 minimum. If you can get more, then much better. So publish early, publish strategically, and graduate on time. So that's all 3 sections. I just share with you the first section on the new regulation, not the new regulation, the enhancement of regulation of the publication for Scopus before Viva. The second part, how to aware of the predatory, clone, and also the discontinued journal. And the third one, the strategy for you to publish as early as you can. So, so if you want more detail, then we need to conduct another session with fees. So anything that you want to ask, just okay. Yes, of course, but your supervisor can verify. Can verify that part is from your publication for your Viva for the journal. So because the we can capture that. Okay, let's say 30%, 20% of the similarity from your paper that you publish for that research. So you can ask your supervisor to write a letter. I don't know what the process to verify that is a part of the research. Then they can exclude that 20% that capture from the journal. I think this one can be. I don't know a new regulation, but previously we can tell the library to exclude that part because that part is a publication for this thesis. I will check the details on that, whether that is still applicable or not. Okay. Yeah. The self-citation is okay, but you cannot self-citation on the output from that thesis. Let's say you are very good before your Viva, you publish 3 papers from here. Yeah, every stage you publish paper. You have 3 papers before your Viva. So when you write your chapter 4 and 5, you cite your 3 paper that come from that one, we are not allowed. But if you cite from your article from the other research, it's okay. It's okay. But you cannot cite. You justify your proposal, your thesis based on the output from the thesis. It's unethical lah. Betul? Because that output from the thesis, then you want to support your justification based on the same research. Ethically, it's wrong. But if you want to cite your publication from other research is not related to that thesis, I think it should be okay as long as relevant to the thesis. Anything? Oh, from another question. Yeah. Okay, I checked a question from the WebEx. Okay, so I start from the beginning lah. All this complaint because not clear. Noise, not clear. Okay. Prof, what is the requirement of syarat before Viva? Any of we can publish in good enough and range of payment. What is requirement or syarat? I think that I already addressed this. The requirement for the Viva is that you have two route, either that option one, or option A or option B. So the publication fees, you need to pay by your own. We don't have any grant or any fund to pay. So if you don't have money, you start early, publish early, then you can submit to the free journal. No need to pay. Okay. So then, will the publication of final paper get affected if we publish this chapter? I am asking with the respect to plagiarism. What chapter? I think the same question. The same question with other student. Because when you publish that, maybe certain your publication of article will be similar to certain chapter in your chapter 2, for example. So this one can be done. Your supervisor can verify that. Okay, this part is already published because your own publication. I think it should be okay on that. But I will check with the new regulation. Previously, the supervisor can verify. Let's say 10% similar to the chapter 2, then your supervisor can say that, okay, this 10% is from the student-owned publication. They can exclude 10%, then they will check the rest. Okay, really informative and guided session. Please need to recording. I don't know. We have a recording? No. Then slide recording slide. We will share with you the slide, the PDF slide to all the registered with email. We will send to you after the session. And we must have supervisor before proceed to the publication. Yes, you must have the supervisor. So because for the DBA, they have a coursework. After that, they will, after complete all the coursework, they can we will appoint the supervisor to supervise. But the DBA is not necessary to publish in Scopus journal, any reference journal. It's a different. DBA is different. They have no requirement to publish in Scopus journal, just any reference journal. Prof, WOS SKey is acceptable or not? No, SKey is not acceptable because we just accept all the core collection, not emerging citation. Because SKey is emerging source citation index. SKey is not included. We are not accept. Thank you so much. Prof, is book with the I accept? No, the Viva is very clear. We just accept a journal article. No book chapter, no proceeding, no other type of paper. No. If even that article, that book chapter is Scopus index, also we are not accept. We very clearly put there is journal Scopus or WS. Journal, journal article, not proceeding article, no book chapter article. And must be published in journal. Secondary data. Okay, I just missed that part. The secondary data, no need to for you to get the clearance form because the data for maybe economy or finance, maybe their data analysis from the panel data, download from the data stream, Reuters data stream, maybe from DOSSEM. So that one is no need for you to have a clearance, ethical clearance just for those who collect data from the human, we afraid that maybe you will harm the people from your word, yeah, and then you collect the data. Can I have QR for attendance later? After we finish this session, we will show you again the QR code. Other than that, is there any specific requirement for the scope of journal for publication? So far, we don't have that. As long as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, then we accept. But sometimes it's not good for you to publish in the journal unless if that journal is related. Let's say if you want to publish your research on the management in hospital management, you publish in Journal of Medical, it's okay. But don't, your article is about the management in school, but you publish in Journal of Medical. Contextually wrong, content also not related. So be careful on that lah. But we are okay. Either that the context, maybe you want to focus more on context, then you want to publish the article in the related context of your article. It should be okay. Let's say my research on migrant workers. My research more to the intercultural communication. It's communication issue. But when we go through and we analyze the data, we think that, oh, this one may be suitable to position that article to the migrant paper, migrant journal, on migrant. Because on migrant, they are very general. They are not specific into any specific issue. Because my respondent is migrant, so we also publish in the Journal of Migrant. So very happy, informative. Could see the slide on Webex. No slide anymore. It's finished. Okay. Prof, now in the last year I didn't publish how to solve before I am trying to publish, but I get rejected. Submit to another journal. Submit to another journal until you get accepted. That is a common. I have one paper rejected 5 times, 6 times is common. Prof, now okay. What is the ethical approval was obtained from another institution? Example, the Ministry of Health. Do we need to apply from OYA? Yes, you still need to apply from OYA. Because the Ministry of Health may be your research contact or setting. In order for you to collect data among doctor, among the nurses, maybe you need approval from there. This is okay. That between you and Ministry of Health. But at our level, OYA level, we still need to check your interview protocol and your questionnaire. Do we need to proofread before we submit? It's up to you. If you have a good English, no need for you to proofread. But now you have AI to proofread for you. So utilize all this technology. Okay, anything? Any question? No. So I open to verbal question from the audience online. If anyone want to say, I think that I addressed all this. You can turn on your speaker, your mic, and talk straight away to us.
Prof?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum and thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Anas, yeah?
Yeah, this is Anas, yes. Prof, sometimes when we are looking for journals, sometimes the journal website does not have security website, so it is related to networking, etc. So how should we handle the case? I mean, does that make the journal suspicious or how? What is your recommendation or suggestions about that?
My recommendation, because of based on the 6th sign, the 6th warning, that if this journal falls into one of the 6 sign of warning, so please stay away. Please stay away from the journal.
Yeah. So if that means if it's listed in Scopus, but they still have this issue, it's not a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe they will be in Scopus right now, but maybe it's under the Scopus radar.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Prof.
Okay.
Assalam, Prof. One question. Can you please write in the chat or get the free journals that you mentioned in this webinar, please? The name.
They have many. They have many. I don't you know, it depends on your topic and your field of study. Your supervisor should know that. So OYA, we are not responsible to list down. There are so many. If I list down all the journal under Emerald, under Routledge, under Elsevier, they have 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 journal. So we don't have you know, you can consult with your supervisor. Your supervisor should know that what the publication outlet, the best publication outlet for your research. Because when I have my student, I always, you know, how to know that your publication outlet, you check your reference list. So which journal that you cite more in your thesis, that is your publication outlet. When I write my paper, I cite most of my paper from the Corporate Communication and International Journal. Almost 30 articles from CCIJ. So that means that CIJ is my publication outlet. When I want to publish, I will publish in that journal. So you should know that, okay, as a PhD student, you should know that the publication outlet of your study, of your research. And the second one, you know who is who in your field, who's scholar in your field. So this is very important. Who is who in your field and the publication outlet of your topic.
Thank you, Prof. Faham.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Prof.
Yeah.
Is there any difference acceptance possibility if we choose to open access or not non-open access, Prof?
Yeah, different. Open access, but for the good journal, even though they have a two option, gold open access and also subscription, but the process of review is the same. For the good journal like Emerald, you know, sometimes they give you the two option, either the subscription option or the open access. But for the full open access journal like Sage Open, Congen, Business Management, you know, like Frontier is full open access with fees. With APC, from my experience, they are more easier to publish compared to the full like other journal lah. MDPI. So that but some of this journal for Indonesian students, they don't want to publish in MDPI, in Frontier, and Hindawi because some they are not counted for the kenaikan pangkat or whatever. I don't know. They have so many things you need to consider before you publish your paper.
Right. Thank you, Prof.
Yeah. Anything? Any question from? Okay, I just checked. Last one from. If PhD communication is compulsory published in Scopus, Prof? PhD communication, of course. All PhD level is a compulsory to publish in Scopus, one Scopus journal. Only for the DBA, they have a different. DBA is the doctor of because they are by coursework. By coursework is different. It's just published in the any reference journal. Okay, then slide recording. Okay, slide I will share with to you, all of you. Okay, I hope that everything is clear. So I don't want to receive any predatory or hijacked journal anymore. Please make sure that all the publication evidence that you submit to our unit is a very quality paper, and we don't have a problem when because they have two times. We have two of verification. One, during the ITS, we will verify the article because when you submit to us, the option B is by acceptance letter. It's not published yet, so we don't know either that paper will publish or not. Okay, but based on the current information, we release that you can go for the Viva. So after you have a Viva, you pass with the minor correction, and after that you make a correction, then you submit, everything is done. Then the final one, we want to endorse your graduation. So we will check once again, especially for the option B. Option A, I think is very clear. We don't do any second checking because they already indexed during the checking at the first time. Okay, for the option B, we check again before we submit for Senate endorsement. So when we check that, that's why we found that the 22 last year is during the submission for the ITS with the acceptance letter. We check that time the journal still under the Scopus list. But once the student want to submit for the graduation, they are already no longer in Scopus. You cannot submit. But that one we will discuss that later. What is the consequences of that? You can submit for the Viva everything, but that issue current practice for those who have a problem with the submission for the graduation, we ask a student and the supervisor to sign the commitment form. We will submit for the graduation. You can go to the Dewan Mas to get all the scroll, everything. You can happy, enjoy everything, but you still pending one commitment with UVM, commitment to publish in Scopus. You still need to publish. Huh? But it's a commitment of you. You just sign the commitment with your supervisor. Supervisor will chasing you to publish. It's not for you, not for the also good, yeah, for the reputation. But when the audit come to us, at least we can show to the audit that we force a student to publish, even though the student not published in the Scopus. So because we will follow the audit process. So when the auditor come, they check this student is already finished. They want to see that where is the Scopus article from the student. So if we cannot show to them, so what happened to our program? So that's why we still insist that students need to publish, even though we release you from the Senate meeting. Means that you can go take a picture, go to take your scroll, everything, but you still have a commitment with your supervisor to publish your Scopus. We ask you to put in the time frame in the form. Yeah. But a possible time frame lah. Don't say that 3 years to publish. You have all the data already, kan? Empirical data. But don't this happen. This is not what we want to be happen. So it's also problem to you and also problem to us. So that's why I ask you to publish as early as you can. So we want to have a smooth sailing lah, kan? Until the end, you have no problem. You go to Dewan Mas, you're happy. You go to Dewan Mas, you still thinking that I still have one paper to publish. Okay, anything before we stop break? We have a lunch. We prepare lunch for you, just to give you a motivation to publish more paper. Paramis prepare for you, just to motivate you. So maybe during the lunch session, maybe we can discuss the strategy. Then we also plan to have one workshop for the publication workshop for the PG. We will send out the detail later on. But when we want to come up with the workshop, we will select the ready. Means that you cannot come here just to listen. We want you to prepare at least the draft of paper, either that SLR paper or bibliography paper or any paper from your 3 chapter. Without this draft, we don't allow you to join, wasting your time and wasting my time. No, for OYA. Other school maybe we can charge more. I don't know. Yeah, maybe different fees. We will conduct it maybe somewhere in August. We will prepare the paperwork, our unit. So we will conduct here. So we publish from draft to finish. Means that you bring draft, then before you go out from this workshop, you already complete one article. From draft to complete article. Okay. Okay. It depends. If you can find any article, a conference with publication opportunity to publish with them, also I don't say that it's wrong. It depends. I think that your supervisor will know that which one the best way for you. You can discuss with your supervisor. My first publication for my student also through conference. Yeah, through conference, because that time the conference team with link with the IRMM. So any paper accepted for the publication for the conference, go and present, and after that we polish the article. Then RMM will publish the journal article. So that the first one. But the second paper with the Benjamin is through the normal route of publication. We submit, we get a feedback, then we improve, then we go second round. That is a normal process. So yes, you can go through the, but make sure that the conference is a very a good conference, and they have a link with the good journal. Okay, anything? Okay, if we don't have anything, then we stop here. So okay, so anything, any agenda after that? So for
Hi, Professor. Hello.
hello, yeah,
Sorry, can you hear me?
yes.
I have a question. The workshop which you are talking about, that will be in person or that will be online too? Because I
No,
am not in Malaysia.
in person, because it's hands on,
Oh,
hands on.
oh.
Okay.
And what is the expected timing for that?
Not yet. We're not decided yet. So we'll release the call for papers maybe end of July. The program, I'm not sure. We need to check the date, the good date for us to have this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So for those in the online, we already complete all the session. See you again. Assalamualaikum. Oh, Jafri.
Assalamualaikum, bro.
QR. You want to see a QR code?
No. Just I have question. If
Yeah.
if I get reject from the journal and the
Mhm.
journal didn't give me any reason for the reject, what is the reason?
They have no reason, because the reason maybe your article is not meet with their aims and scope. So they have two type of rejection. The first rejection they call desk rejection. When you submit to the journal, the chief editor go through your article, then your article is not fit to their journal, then automatically they will send you the rejection. They call that desk rejection without review. The second one, the editor received your article, then they found that your article have a premise, have a value. Then they will assign the reviewer, then send to reviewer for review. So I think that if you don't receive any comment, that most probably you get a desk rejection, not rejection from the review. Okay, I think that you should clear on that desk rejection and the reviewer rejection. Okay, we already put the QR code, then you can scan. So gambar kat sini. Some of that we can upload from the lab. Most of that is
the line behind.
okay.